What does blue ocean look like in a factory? So do you have any real world example of the implementation?
So my company had a blue ocean in a sense. When I go, for instance, how it looks like is like this. When I move my production from Turkey to Asia, I never been to Asia before, ever. And I moved my production almost 100% within weeks to a country I never been before. So what I did is, because in Turkey we are used to make the samples within 24, 48 hours. We were super fast, right?
Okay.
So then I come to Asia and they need, I'm talking 15 years ago, to Hong Kong and China, and they need 8 weeks, 10 weeks, 12 weeks for sampling. I'm like, shit, you're losing so much time in this sampling process. So what I did is I focused on speed. That was my blue ocean. So for the biggest retailer in the world, I was the fastest supplier from Asia. For someone never been to Asia, I was the fastest supplier, which means you have to also be on time. Yeah, to working with big companies is not easy because they sue you for every shit if you're delayed, blah 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 blah. Right? So what I did is, like I said, I focused on speed. So I go to I meet many factory owners and talk about, hey guys, can you do this and this? I had a clear idea. So I said, okay, here the quality is good, price is good. What they are lacking is speed. So I focused on speed, right? And then I said how to do that, because everyone was resistant to it. So I meet probably 20-25 factories or owners until I find one guy, he had that right mindset. Okay, I can only encourage everyone else outside. Guys, look, if you go sourcing, look for the mindset of the person, not only what kind of brands they are producing for, because this doesn't mean anything if this doesn't fit into your vision and goals, right? So because I had a clear idea that I want to focus on speed, I asked them, can you do this and this and this? Most of them were not ready to change anything, right? Then that one guy, I said, okay, we go through his production. And then I said, I want that you pick now 40 people from your production and we put them in the sampling room. He said, are you crazy? I said, yes, 40 people. And then with the machines, we moved them within 48 hours.
Okay.
40 people. So we had a sampling room of 40 people. And then we were the only people, could be the only brands or the production did bring out of samples out of China within 4 to 5 days, right?
Okay.
This cut my delivery time short on 8 to 12 weeks. And then I tweak it along the way a little bit here and there. So I was faster. I could deliver to big retailer in big quantity under their conditions with their private label measurements, blah, blah, blah. I could deliver within 8 to 12 weeks. Nobody from China could do that at that time. It was not like today, right? So that's how you can create a blue ocean. So I focused on speed. As a factory, you have to have one focus. Right? What is your focus? So what is this will attract the benefits to the customer. So for instance, there is in Thailand a fully automated AI factory. So which means you get the information and the production process starts directly and then brings out the clothes, like the items, the products. The most successful example, it's not a positive example, but the most successful example is Shein, the Chinese, the Chinese company. They launch thousands of test products every day, get the information, relaunch them in higher quantities. So they have a bulletproof system. It's not their prices only, it's their system. They have a really sophisticated, super good system, and anybody can learn from that. And every factory with the accessibility of AI can learn from that, right? So that's how I would do it. You need a blue ocean.
So it actually relates with your previous statement about like asking yourself why you're doing certain things.
Exactly.
Because now you know like which part of your brand that you want to focus on.
Yeah. So that's the thing. If you ask why And I said, okay, the competitive advantage from China, obviously at that time was speed. Today will be something else. If I would, but this is how I always think. I try to think in out of the box, right? I'm not, if I would go today to China, I would check the production and then I would find the competitive advantage and then focus on that. And that's how I would help a factory to build their blue ocean too.